Hey Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What, Andrew?
Speak up. Hey Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What, Andrew?
The delusion that Billy Joel or Syd Barrett is my biological father. That's basically a delusion, right? Just speak up.
Yes?
Okay, let's redo that. Okay. I mean, like...
You need to go to Fountain. You need to go to Fountain. You need to go to Fountain.
I mean, what? Like,
you need to go. You need to go.
I'm gonna go to. I've been going to my support group 2 or 3.
You need to go.
So
this is not good.
The videos aren't good.
No. In this world is not good. No.
So somebody told me if I really wanted to believe, Poppy is my biological father, maybe take a DNA test or a paternity test and just prove beyond a shadow of a doubt to myself, my dad is indeed my biological father. Prove to myself.
You look like your father.
You
have the same smile as your father.
I know when I look at photographs of Billy Joel, I tell myself, oh, I look like Billy Joel.
You don't look like Billy Joel. Has bulging eyes. He's got a funny drunk nose. You don't have his nose. You don't have his smile.
And then I look at Syd Barrett from Pink Floyd. I'm like, wow, I look identical to Syd Barrett. Maybe my parents went over to England in the '80s and seduced Syd Barrett and kept it secret for me for all these years.
Oh yeah.
But then when I really think about it, it sounds absurd. And like when I tell the people at my support group like these thoughts, they're like, the likelihood of this is very slim. And then it goes one step further. Maybe the reason Poppy abused me, he didn't abuse me, but like maybe the reason he bullied me as a child is because Billy Joel was my biological father.
Well, that would be nice because maybe I could have his millions.
And my psychopharmacologist said, if you ever start to believe, you're going to get rich and famous, the reason you were abused is because you're going to get rich and famous, your thoughts are confused. So, Poppy is my biological father. Maybe it's a little bit of a disappointment because maybe I felt like I had no father figure and I had disappointing father figures and I want a rock star father because then I would have a good father in my life, but...
Not necessarily. Just because...
Syd Barrett, imagine having him as a father. He was like a crazy man. So actually, Poppy probably would be a better father than Syd Barrett.
That's what I mean. Just because someone's rich doesn't make them good.
Yeah. Also, on the topic of Billy Joel, he has this song "Christmas in Fallujah." Basically, the song was released in the mid-2000s, and he's singing from an Iraqi soldier's perspective. It's pretentious because what does Billy Joel know about being an Iraqi soldier?
Nothing.
He's like, oh, it's so hard being an Iraqi soldier.
Billy Joel has mental illness. He was in the medical center in the psych ward because he tried to commit suicide. He drank shoe polish. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yes, he did. In his young days, he was an alcoholic all his life, and he said he committed himself into the medical center because he was drinking shoe polish. And he tried to commit suicide. And so did his daughter. So mental illness is familiar to him, and he's supportive of that. But it doesn't mean that you can't get well from it, you can't recover, and live a somewhat normal life, as long as you take care of your health.
You want me to give you an example of predicate logic?
What?
So, obviously, there's this radio show, Opie and Anthony, and I like to believe they know who I am. I've communicated with them through Twitter before, but the likelihood they're viewing me is very slim. But, I've talked to Opie through Twitter, I've talked to Jim Norton through Twitter, Jim Norton's even viewed a video of mine and made a comment on it, but, the likelihood they're actually really viewing it is slim. When I was believing Billy Joel is my biological father, Opie posted a tweet that was directed towards everybody, not me, that said, Billy Joel is now, happy birthday Billy Joel, you're now evil. I'm like, is the reason Billy Joel is evil because he's my biological father and he was neglectful my whole life? But now it goes one step further. Is the reason Billy Joel is evil because he's viewing me through the internet, he's taking my videos and art and compiling this grandiose masterpiece.
Right, you need to let this go, and we need to go out because this is not healthy.
So the reality is Billy Joel has no idea who I am.
That's right.
Opie and Anthony have communicated with me, but I'm just another fan to them.
Okay, this is not therapy on camera. Let's take this off. This is not something that you put on the internet. Shut this off. This is not something you put on the internet.
That is what it is.
This is not something you put on the internet.